Love beyond borders. Ethan Calloway never expected that a simple craving for a sandwich would change his life forever. On a crisp autumn afternoon in Paris, he stepped into a small, cozy sandwich shop nestled between centuries-old buildings. As he waited in line, his eyes met those of a stunning woman with deep brown skin and warm, expressive eyes. She stood ahead of him, confidently placing her order, her melodic voice sending a spark through him. Her name was Naomi Bennett, an American expat working in Europe as a journalist. Ethan, a British architect, had never dated outside his race before, but there was something magnetic about Naomi. Gathering his courage, he struck up a conversation as they both waited for their food. One topic led to another, and before they knew it, they had taken their trays to the same table. Hours passed, their conversation flowing effortlessly. It wasn't until the shop owner politely informed them he was closing that they realized how much time had slipped by. That day marked the beginning of a deep, unshakable bond. They spent more time together, discovering the beauty of Paris, sharing their dreams, and navigating their cultural differences with humor and patience. Ethan's reserved nature balanced Naomi's fiery spirit, and she, in turn, introduced him to perspectives he had never considered. What started as friendship soon blossomed into love. However, love did not shield them from the world's prejudices. Living as an interracial couple in Europe came with challenges. Whispers followed them in certain neighborhoods, and skeptical glances were cast their way in restaurants. Naomi faced microaggressions at work, colleagues assuming she was less qualified, dismissing her ideas until Ethan, a white man, echoed them. Ethan, in turn, struggled with disapproval from his traditionally minded parents, who had hoped he would marry within his own race. When Naomi became pregnant with their first child, a daughter they named Amara, the weight of their reality hit even harder. They feared for how their child would be treated, how she would navigate a world that sometimes refused to see her whole identity. When their twin sons, Elijah and Noah, were born, the challenges multiplied. As they grew, the children faced their own trials. Amara often feeling out of place among her peers, Elijah questioning his identity, and Noah confronting racial bias at school. Despite these hardships, they built a loving home where their children were taught to embrace every part of who they were. Naomi became a voice for racial equality through her writing, and Ethan found himself advocating for more diversity within his firm. Over time, his parents, once skeptical, grew to love Naomi deeply, seeing firsthand the strength and love she brought to their son's life. Just as it seemed they had overcome every challenge, fate threw them an unexpected curveball. One evening, as Ethan and Naomi were returning home from a celebratory dinner, Ethan received an urgent phone call from the police. Their eldest, Amara, had been detained for a crime she swore she didn't commit, an alleged theft at a high-end boutique. The store's security footage was conveniently missing at the moment she was accused. Naomi's instincts as a journalist told her something was off. They fought tooth and nail for the truth, unearthing evidence that Amara had been racially profiled. With legal support and public pressure, Amara was cleared, but the experience left scars. The ordeal strengthened their resolve as a family. Naomi and Ethan knew their love had been tested in ways they never anticipated, but they had always emerged stronger. Through every struggle, they had proven that love, real, unwavering love, could break barriers, challenge prejudice, and endure against all odds. 25 years after that fateful day in the sandwich shop, Ethan and Naomi sat in that very same spot, watching their children navigate their own paths with courage and pride. Their love story was far from a fairy tale, but it was real, resilient, and most importantly, theirs.